What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the final episode of Old School RuneScape's Luckiest Players and Unluckiest Players. I figured since this was the last one, we'll go ahead and combine the two into one so we can get it all done with one swipe. Before we get started, I would like to say thank you to all of you who have submitted to both of these series over the years. I think I've been doing these videos for about 3 years now, and with the way life is, my content production has slowed down a lot. So that does mean eliminating some of the stuff that I've been doing, and that does include both the luckiest and unluckiest players videos. So thank you guys for submitting to this series for the past few years and keeping it going. Before we get started, if you didn't know, I do have an Old School RuneScape merch store. It is over on Etsy. I've got all kinds of stuff in here: pint glasses, coffee mugs, beer mugs, mouse pads, t-shirts, all that good stuff. It's all Old School RuneScape related. I make it myself, handmade in my office at home, and shipped directly to you. Thank you guys for a wonderful Christmas season. Lots of orders, lots of happy people getting their stuff for their RuneScape friends, significant others, whatever. So if you haven't yet, there is a link in the description below that will allow you to check out the store and see if there's something you like. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this one started. We are going to start off with the luckiest players for December of 2023, starting out as always with our luckiest clue scrolls. We'll start out with our third age items, only a couple of them for this month. First up is Mike Hawk 4888 on Master Casket number 51, pulling a double third age, the third age ring, as well as the plate skirt, 74 mil on the value of that clue. Our other third age for this month is just a ring, but that thing has shot up in value in the past several months. Master Casket number 36 with a little bit of help from the Mimic on KC number 4, Rambaugh pulling the third age ring, valued at 7.7 million. Next up, we are checking out our other lucky clue scrolls. Got a few of those for this month. First up on our medium caskets, medium casket number 16 and 18, Iron Dilations Hardcore, pulling an almost back-to-back, pulling Ranger Boots and Wizard Boots on clues number 16 and 18 respectively. Next up is medium casket number 18, Ranger Boots and Holy Sandals, both of these coming in the same medium casket for Dravar. Elite casket number 3, GBGG, pulling a Gilded Scimitar very early in the elite casket count. Master casket up next, this one with an unknown count, regardless, still a double gilded in there, Gilded D'hide Body, and the spade going to Rutku 6000. Last one for this month, Master casket number 7, Vincent Lee, pulling out the 1 in 1000 Bloodhound pet. Moving into our next section for our luckiest players, we're going to check out our luckiest PVM item drops of the month, starting out as always with our top 10s. 7KC Steam Battle Staff going to Me Still Weak. 7KC Osmumten's Fang, this one coming from an entry mode with just an invocation level of 50 for Flaming Fox. 6KC Enhanced Weapon Seed for Supa Meow. 6KC Berserker's Ring going to Mr. Shelford, and we're going to see more of Mr. Shelford in just a minute. 5KC Jar of Eyes for X Pharaoh. A 2KC Enhanced Weapon Seed coming from the Corrupted Gauntlet for Gim KTB, and a 2KC Berserker Ring for Slut for Stars. Continuing on with our top 10s, we are checking out our luckiest PVMers out there for this month. These are our 1KC items. First up, Armor Seeds, pulling in a Cult Necklace from the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil. Big Bogger Uwu with a Briophida's Essence. Bog Goon 71, pulling in Aram's Robe Skirt on the first Barrow's chest. And here we are with Mr. Shelford. Mr. Shelford killing it in December. First, pulling a Bandos chestplate on 1KC. Following that up, pulling a Berserker's Ring on 1KC. And last, pulling a Virtus Robe Top from the Leviathan during the quest on 1KC. What a month for Mr. Shelford. Old Mate Ashes, pulling an Osmumten's Fang. Entry mode, 50 invocation level. And last is going to be Sir Lance Anat with a Staff of the Dead from the Zamorak God Wars dungeon. Next, for our PVM item section, we're checking out back-to-back drops for this month, and there is a couple great ones in here. 9 players submitting back-to-backs this month. Wolf1 pulling a Venator Vestige at 299 KC into the Leviathan Pet 300 KC. Tulsa Clovis, pulling it back-to-back at Armadillo God Wars Dungeon, pulling the Armadillo Chain Skirt into the chest plate, 1440 and 1441 KC. Max Vandal with a back 3-back over the Tombs of Amasket, pulling a Tumican Shadow at 426, a Fang at 427, and the Lightbearer at 428. All of these were expert modes, around 320 invocation. IBMX pulling a back-to-back Hell Puppy drop, 373 and 374 KC. I am also weak up next, pulling an Awakener's Orb at 1088 and an Ice Quartz at 1089 KC over at the Duke. Hot Ride with Bottomless Compost Buckets, 43 and 44 KC. Erad with Void Waker Gems from Spindle, 486 and 487 KC. And the player's name here is 91, pulling a back 4-back, almost 5 of them in there, pulling an Awakener's Orb at 3089, another orb at 3091, followed by the Virtus Mask, 3092, and a couple more orbs at 3093 and 3094. What a run. Finishing up our PVM items section, we're going to check out some other lucky instances, or honorable mentions if you prefer that. Winging It starting us off with a Crystal Armor Seed and an Enhanced Weapon Seed in the same chest. Rambaugh is up next with an Altor Vestige at just 193 kill count. Gotta roll the Vestige drop, which is 1 in 362, 3 times to pull that drop in. Poppy Spoon Me, Iron Account, finishing the Elysian Arcane Spectral Spirit Shield set in just 3 days. December 12th through 15th, pulling the Ellie at 52 KC, the Arcane at 96, and the Spectral at 199 kill count. Absolutely insane. Megiddo with an Eternal Gem and Imbued Heart, both of these coming on December 22nd from Superior Neckrails, just about 6 hours apart. Iron Rob Widges, pulling the Dex and Arcane Prayer Scrolls from the Chambers of Xeric, both of them by just 11 kill count. IE4 with a couple of Abyssal Daggers in the same task, 1 in 32,000 for those drop rates, 11,000 Mage XP in between those drops. Gim Keshin with a Jar of Sand and a Calphite Queen head, 16 KC, and last is going to be A3J with an Arcane Sigil at 257 KC to complete all of the sigil drops. Next up, we are moving into our luckiest PVM pets of the month, as always starting out with our top 25 KCs. 25 KC Pet Kraken going to I Am Darren. 24 KC Tumikin's Guardian for TM2D's Nuts. 17 KC Noon Pet for Solars. 10 KC Young Lif in the Corrupted Gauntlet for Felmare. 9 KC Young Lif in the Corrupted Gauntlet for I Have a DUI. That's not good, bro. 9 KC Butch Pet for Z-Thrune. 7 KC Vedion Jr., this coming from Calvarian for Doormat 6. 6 KC Skotos Pet for Joy Boy Kaido. 6 KC Hell Puppy for Desianus. 6 KC Butch Pet, this is actually the second Butch Pet for Iron Blood 7. Don't have a submission to see what KC the other one was. 6 KC Butch Pet for Bob. 3 KC Pet General Gardor going to Dwarf Raw Dog. 3 KC Butch Pet for Friendly. 3 KC Baby Mole for Belly Sun, a 2 KC Tumikin's Guardian on an entry mode, 50 Invocation for GI Monster, 2 KC Pet Chaos Elemental, this one coming from the Fanatic, and now we get into our 1 KC pet drops, the luckiest of the luckiest. Whoop the Trick with a Vedion Jr. from Calvarion, Top G Ron with a Pet Krill Susaroth, Sanud with a Skotos Pet, Joe Musgrove pulling a Sriracha, Home Office with a Lil Zik Pet, Dr. Gardner 42 with an Abyssal Orphan, Baselits with a Muffin Pet, and Armaga with a Lil Viathan during the quest. Honorable mentions up next, featuring PVM pets. We've got 4 of them that made the cut for this month. Phrygian 6, I think I said that right. Phrygian, 6, all the same to me. Nextling and a Torva Legs, both of these coming in the same kill. Noob Eater for the win. 2 Kraken pets, pulling them just 6 kills apart. 1,417 KC and 1,423 KC. Drink Lotion is up next. Don't know the KC of this, but always worth the feature with the Bonelet. That is the Omelet pet and a Twisted Bow in the same Chambers of Xeric drop. Last is going to be Divinity Hero, pulling a Lil Viathan and the Venator Vestige, both in the same drop, 768 kill count. Next section is going to be our luckiest skilling pets. As usual, our fastest section, only 5 submissions making the cut this month. 67 Thieving is going to start us off, this one going to the Gib. Level 49 Thieving, Blackjacking for Fenira. 29 Thieving over at a Silk Stall, this going to the hardcore group Iron Man, Hail Purple K4. 28 Agility at the Drainer Rooftop course, Birdie NL pulling in that giant squirrel, and level 19 Agility also at the Drainer Rooftop course for Sit Me Daddy. And that's it, just a 30-second section. All right, that is going to do it for Old School RuneScape's luckiest players of this month. We're going to switch gears now and check out our unluckiest submissions for the month of December in 2023. For our unluckiest, we are going to start off with Wolf1 over at Temperos. Has not managed to pull the Tiny Temper pet yet. 3,750 kill count. That is 20,013 permits used without the Tiny Temper pet. Next up is Wise Old Man 69, looking for the Magus Vestige. 2,500 kill count, that is over 3 times the rate, and also right on the nose for going dry for the Duke pet. Next up is Sneaky with the little, I don't know what that face is called, Iron account, finally pulling a Magic Fang in at 2,274 kill count from Zulrah. What a long grind. Sharpie 0124 looking for some Revenant weapons, hasn't pulled a one of them, 7,882 KC. SVNE pulling Leviathan's lure in, finally at 2,317 kill count. That is over 3 times the drop rate for that axe piece. Lindermuth pulling a Cerberus pet in, 6,914 kill count, over 2 times the drop rate for that pet at 1 in 3,000. K4 Gurazaka looking for an Eye of the Duke, 2,883 kill count so far. That is over 4 times the drop rate for that axe piece. Iron Ratlook, 1 Armadillo unique over at the Armadillo God Wars dungeon, pulling the chest plate in, 734 total KC. Super unfortunate considering any piece of that armor is 1 in 127. I Am Blood, looking for some Chambers of Xeric drops, at least something. No Chambers purples in 238 completed raids. I Plank Cox is up next, looking for the Omelet to finish out that one. 1,508 Chambers of Xerics and 550 challenge modes. 65 total purples in there, 8 of them mega rares. That's pretty nice though, but still missing that pet with 65 chances to get it. Don Persian is up next, needs a Guthin skirt for the Barrows completion. 2,000 kill count, typical Barrows completion is around 1,250. Beranium, no axe head, no vestige, no Virtus pieces, all of this coming from Vardorvis, 1,613 KC so far. Next up is Beachy, also looking for an Omelet, 2,227 Chambers of Xeric completions with 48 purples in there, and 6 of them mega rares, no Omelet yet. Alu Mutavi coming up next, no enhanced weapon seed, 917 kill count at the Corrupted Gauntlet. AFK Ventures is an iron account here, missing the Darok plate body for the Barrows Greenlog, 1,815 kill count. Again, 1,250 is generally your completion for that log. Just because it's our last video does not mean that we can forget the top 5 unluckiest of the month. As always, these are my top 5 unluckiest for the month. If you think something else should have been in there in its place, let me know in the comments below. Number 5, going to Wise Old Man 69, looking for the Abyssal Orphan, 3,310 kill count so far with 27 unsired drops, not even at the drop rate for unsireds there. Number 4 goes to Saint Bleezy, looking for the King Black Dragon pet, 10,388 kill count. Number 3 goes to Siani, I don't know how to say that. There's a J in there and I don't know what that means. Looking for the Venenatus pet. So far, 3,521 Venenatus kill count, along with 6,083 Spindle kill count. Very dry for that pet. Number 2 goes to Carpe, looking for the Leviathan pet, 10,000 kill count. That is over 4 times Actually, that is right on the nose for 4 times the drop rate. That pet is 1 in 2,500. Had to think about that for a second. And our number 1 unluckiest for December goes to 9 Deadly Sun. Looking for that Irby pet. Finally managing to grab it at 47,701 kill count. Good lord, that is over 7 times the drop rate for that pet. The drop rate is 1 in 6,500. So that is going to do it for Old School RuneScape's luckiest and unluckiest players for the month of December in 2023. Once again, thank you all for submitting to this series over the years. It has been a blast putting it together. I really wish I could keep it going, but it is just currently not in the cards for me. Do I bring it back sometime in the future when things slow down? Maybe, but no guarantees. As always, if you like the video, please leave a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't done so yet, tap that subscribe button on your way out. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.